Hello and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another episode of Can We Adjust? And the title of today's video is Why Do the Steelers Continue to Struggle? So we're gonna go through a list of things I believe why we continue to struggle, some things that may be fixed this season, but most likely probably won't, and some things that maybe can be fixed by the off season or next season or something. But why does the team continue to struggle? That's the name of this video right here. And that's one thing the Steelers could do. They could sign your boy to a 10-day contract. You know, I can be like the Taysom Hill. You know, I can go out there and be on offense, on defense, special teams, make some plays. I don't have the 4.4 speed, but, you know, I have the 4.69, 4.7 speed. You know, I can go out there and make some plays. I'm 240 pounds, 6'3". I can go out there and run through somebody, so you can just call me up. You know, I can be a gadget guy. But on a serious note, the 5 things that the Steelers need to do, or the Steelers that have happened to them, that's causing them to struggle, is these things. The number one thing on the list is health. Health has been the number one thing because defensively, as you've seen when TJ Watt was injured throughout most of the season, and they just got back recently, and he only played 3 games this year. It took a big toll on the team because some of the guys had to step up, and they really had that full. They had that full depth at the edge, you know, at the edge rushers really. Malik Reed, yes, he's cool and all. He was all right and solid, but he didn't bring that same presence. Nowhere near that presence that TJ Watt brought. TJ Watt brought a different presence and different dynamic to the field. And him being injured, Minka being injured some games, Witherspoon was playing well last year. And then this year, he had his ups and downs, but recently had more downs than ups like that. And he got injured. You see Leo Wallace getting injured and different guys getting injured in like the secondary. Edmonds got injured one of the times too. So a lot of different guys was injured in the secondary, and a lot of players was injured up front and stuff like that, and it kind of messed the team up. Calvin Austin never even got a chance to step on the field, and he would have been a big help for the team because he would have opened up so much for the offense, because having that 4.3 speed guy running down the field and then especially if you're making plays down the field, teams start stepping back, open so much up for your run game, open so much stuff up in the pass game and everything. But we didn't really have him, and a lot of health concerns coming to this season. Kind of like that one season, I believe, in 2020, well, we went 11-0. And Bud Dupree tore his ACL. I feel like Bud Dupree never tore his ACL and went down. TJ Watt was still out there balling, but Bud Dupree never went down with an injury. And we had Bud Dupree and TJ Watt throughout the remainder of the season. I feel like that season could have turned out a lot differently. But the injury concerns have been the problem the past couple of years like that. Guys getting banged up at the wrong times, and they kind of, not having the right depth like that in place. But hopefully they can overcome that. You know, start conditioning their guys better. Because last year was the growing injuries. This year, been a lot of stuff. It's been a lot of stuff. It's been hamstrings. It's been groin. It's been shoulders and stuff like that. Mostly hamstrings and shoulders been the key for this year, but been a lot of health concerns. The next thing is penalties. Penalties and execution of the plays. Penalties, you know, like the penalties, the most common penalties for our team, as you hear all the time, is either offensive holding on one of the old linemen and eligible man downfield. Try to run some RPOs. And RPOs, you got, and now that can be on the old linemen themselves, but they can also be on the quarterback too. Because when you run RPOs, you got, as soon as if you don't keep that ball, you got to make a decision to release it. You can't hold the ball and then try to like stand back there. No, because the old linemen don't know if you kept the ball or not, and they stall a little bit, and they're gonna just start moving up a little bit like that. They think you hand the ball off, they're gonna just keep going. But if you keep the ball in your hand too long, and then you throw it late, it can cause a penalty like that. But so everybody got to basically be in sync. Everybody be in sync. The communication got to be there, and that's another thing that the Steelers lack too: communication. And that's why the play executions are not the best. We see some plays, be like guys be off, they be getting mad down the field. They be like, "What's going on? What's going on with the plays like that?" Because they can't communicate right, and they causing some miscommunication on the field and causing people to run the wrong routes, causing people to do penalties, and there's a lot of different things happening like that. And you see busted offensive plays that you get messed up, and you got to throw it away. And plays, the designs are just bad. Everything just goes wrong. And then of course, on the defensive side, you look at some of the penalties. It's not really as bad as the offense. The only thing defense do sometimes, I feel like on third downs, like sometimes on some of the games like this season, if you look at like the entirety, not just like the few past games, but entirety of the games this season, you look at some of those third downs, like some third and longs, we allow teams to just beat us. They play too soft coverage. And that comes to my next thing, which is play calling. Play calling on both sides of the ball. Play calling on the offensive side of the ball. They had their moments, they had bright spots here and there. You see some good stuff. You're like, okay, I can't stay that formula. But then you start seeing something out of the ordinary that kind of kills the flow of the play calling and kind of kills the flow of the game. And then sometimes guys, they mess themselves up. The players be on the player sometimes, and sometimes they be on the coach sometimes. So it'd be like a mixture of both things. And then on defense, I feel like the defensive play calling throughout the season be solid, but sometimes I feel like they get too conservative. They play too far back, especially like the last game. You take that last game, for instance, T. Higgins should not have been single covered by any of our cornerbacks. None of our cornerbacks can guard T. Higgins. None of our cornerbacks are even that size of T. Higgins. I think he just going out there and just basically bullying ball like that, just going out there and getting separation, creating separation easily off the line of scrimmage. And there's like, and they have play on most of they play like a little zone coverage on the play and too soft off of them, give them like 10 yards. You can't play that far off them. You got to be physical with them. And then when they did play man to man and played up with them, they didn't put no hand on them. You can't get like you play man to man. Don't give him a free release. He get a free release off the line. It's easy. No, Joe Burrow threw it over the shoulder. He just caught it in over the top. Easy peasy. Like that's simple. That's simple like that. So you maybe should have like implemented some double teams on them like that. Take him out the game. Tyler Boyd really only had 1 or 2 catches the whole time. Should have made Tyler Boyd the guy to try to beat like that. Should have double team T. Higgins. He's the next best receiver. He's the big receiver team, like 6'4". He can run like a 4'4", 4'5"-ish. I think should have double teamed him like that instead of trying to play that soft coverage and like trying to hope your defense can get in there. Because Joe Burrow is not a bad quarterback. He's not gonna hold the ball like that. He knows where he knows where the playbook is. He knows what his reads are. He's gonna look through go through his progression and he's gonna make a decision like that. You see how he avoided so many sacks in that game like that. So you gotta be better on the back end. I feel like our secondary, they do make some splash plays. They made more splash plays this year than last year. I feel like they getting like interceptions and stuff like that. But I feel like they allowed too much to happen. It's like kind of like that crash and burn type of system. Like they make some big plays sometimes, but like kind of like a ball hawk, jump up for the ball sometimes like that and get some picks for you. But sometimes they can get beat because they start trying to jump routes and stuff like that. That's like kind of our play calling is on defense. We make some splash plays in secondary. And we get some interceptions. Some of the interceptions came from the D linemen and some of the guys up front. Yeah, but most of the time we allow too much to happen, and like we don't really have that true number 1 cornerback. And hopefully this year in the draft, I know it's hard to say because the Steelers haven't drafted a good cornerback in forever like that. So it's been a long time. But I hope we can maybe sign a good cornerback or something like that. If a guy, a free agent, or trade for a good cornerback or do something like that. But bring a number 1 corner, a guy who can just go over there and say, hey, y'all go over there. I don't know double team over here. I got him the whole time like this, and just go in there and just lock up with somebody and just lock them down like the whole game like that. Could we go out there and get a guy like that? A Jalen Ramsey type, a Jared Alexander type, a Sauce Gardner type. Could we go get somebody like that on the team that's like to help us out a lot like that? I don't know if we can draft one. I wish we could draft one, but our drafting DB is not the best for us right now. Actually, the past couple of years haven't been the best for us, but we gotta go out there and get somebody. Another thing too is the team had no identity. Like the identity of the team, as you know, the winning formula throughout history. I'm only 21 years old, so I didn't see the Steelers in the 60s and 70s and the 70s and the 80s and all that stuff. I do have history though. I had my little Steelers with a 4 CD pack. Show you all the history of the Steelers thing. Got that. That was a long time ago, probably like 2009 or something like that. And you watch some of the stuff, you see like some of the Mean Joe Greens, the Jack Lambert. You see those guys like that making big time plays and stuff. And you see the formula, how the Super Bowls was won. Playing defense and actually getting to the quarterback is the first thing, and then running the football and getting to the quarterback. Of course, the quarterback coming to play too, like that, having a good quarterback back there too. But when you can play defense and get to the quarterback, that's the key formula right there. That's what you need. And I feel like this team right here has not shown that. Of course, you see some games we have some big numbers and sacks and stuff, but besides the first game, we've really been kind of lacking in getting sacks like consistently throughout like the game and like closing in and getting like those pressures we need, and then running the football. Now lately, Najee Harris has been running pretty well. He ran for 99 yards against the Saints, and he ran for 90 yards or 2 touchdowns against the Bengals. Like that. But I feel like the team never is dedicated to running the football. I say this a lot. All the past videos, I always say they never dedicated to running the football. I see some teams like around the league. The Panthers don't have the best O-line. The Falcons don't have the best O-line. The Bears don't have the best O-line. But they find a way. They say, hey, we're going to run this football, and we're going to keep running it until we get it. And that's what they do. And I know Justin Fields is into play with that, too, because he runs that as well with the quarterback. But they find a way to run the football. The Falcons find a way to run the football, too. With all the different backs they had. The quarterback passer was injured one time. They had to go with these different guys. Still find a way to run the ball. The Panthers traded away Chris McCaffrey, and they had Devontae Foreman and them guys. Chuba Hubbard, still find a way to run the ball, still find a way to move the ball, move sticks, not having the best O-line, but still find a way to run the ball. And the Steelers always shy away from that. They'll say, oh, let's drop back and let the rookie throw 30, 40 times. That's not the formula to winning like that. The formula to winning is running the football and getting to the quarterback like that. Playing that style, that helped us throughout history. The Super Bowls I seen, that helped us. Well, that second one a little different, but the first Super Bowl, Big Ben didn't play the best game against the Seahawks, but they did run the ball well. Willie Parker and Jerome Bennett, those guys, they ran the ball well, and the defense played tremendously, and Big Ben didn't make some plays here and there. That's all you need to do like that for a young quarterback. And then you look at the Super Bowl 43 against the Cardinals. Now that was more in play of Big Ben making plays, and we didn't run the ball as well. I think we only had like 50 rushing yards, but the defense made some big time plays. James Harrison with the pick six like that. If he didn't score that touchdown on that pick six, that would have came back to bite us. But he went up there and finished it and scored a touchdown, that pick six like that. One of the best plays, in my opinion, probably the best. Well, I think it might be the second best defensive play because it might be behind Malcolm Butler's interception because he won the game with it. But James Harrison pick six is definitely top 2 play of all time in the Super Bowl like that. And then you see the ending play where we got the forced fumble. I believe it was a forced fumble on on Kurt Warner like that. So really playing great defense, getting to the quarterback and winning the line of scrimmage and being able to run the football is a formula to win, especially when you have a young quarterback. I think you don't want to see him out there trying to go out there and do some crazy stuff like that. Like, I was hoping that, like, before the season started, remember we kept saying, like, we think that Mr. Trubisky was going to start the whole year, no matter how he did, start the full season so Kenny Pickett can just learn a little bit behind him. But, hey, push comes to shove, you just have to put him out there. But that's a good experience that he go out there, he can learn some stuff. And my only concern is really, I look at Kenny Pickett, really, right now I see him as this, like, he's all right. He's solid. I see him as a solid QB. He's all right. I don't, I see a little bit. I kind of see a little bit of like something a little different from him like that because his way he can move and way he can run like that. But right now I just see him as he's a solid QB, like a solid QB. I feel like he has potential to be pretty good QB like that. I don't see the elite level style yet like that. Of course, like some QBs you don't see it right away, and some guys grow into it, and some guys start with it like that. Right after the back, you might see like, okay. I see a guy make a good throw like that. Like Patrick Mahomes' last game of the season, when he plays the Broncos, he didn't throw any touchdowns like that. I think he threw 1 interception, he threw any touchdowns. But if you watch the game, like, yeah, he gonna be pretty good. Like you see some of the throws he made, like, damn, that arm's strong. A strong arm like that he got. I think makes some plays. You just see some stuff like that. Justin Herbert first game, he wasn't supposed to be playing. It was supposed to be Tyrod Taylor, and he got I think like his ribs got fractured or something. Something happened with his lung got punctured by the charter doctor, he had to go out, and then Justin Herbert had to go out there and play. And you watch that game, like, man, yeah, he's something special. Lamar Jackson, we had to come in for Joe Flacco. And remember that one Chiefs game, like that first, like, yeah, he got something special with him. Now I don't see that fully yet with Kenny Pickett, but I do see like a little bit. I'm gonna say a glimpse of that specialness like that. I don't see the elite level play, like. See, like, okay, that's something right there that I haven't seen before, like that type of style. But I do see like. He can be like him. He can develop into being pretty good. I compare him to like a Derek Carr, Kirk Cousins like style. And I love Derek Carr. Derek Carr, I feel like Derek Carr is a good quarterback. And you probably could win a Super Bowl with Derek Carr if you had the right team around you as well. And Kirk Cousins, if you had the right team around you, you might could actually. I don't know if you win a Super Bowl, but you could probably definitely be up there like that. But I feel like he can be in that range. And nothing wrong with being in that range because those are still good quarterbacks, multiple time Pro Bowlers, guys who. May go in the Hall of Fame. You never know. May go in the Hall of Fame like that, but I don't. But they definitely be in the Hall of very good. Like those guys right there, that group of guys that are like some good quarterbacks, some good tier quarterbacks. And like by watching them, I feel like he can be in that range like that. And you actually can win with guys that range. Jimmy Garoppolo is in that range like that. I think Derek Carr probably a little higher tier than Kirk Cousins and Jimmy G. But Jimmy G is in that range. And Jimmy G, you see with the 49ers, when the 49ers do not have Jimmy G starting, they lose. When Jimmy G has played and started, they have a winning record. They have a winning record, and they went to the NFC Championship twice and a Super Bowl. As long as you have the right team built around them, they'll be very good too as well, and they'll make some plays for you like that. We've seen Jimmy G just throw 4 touchdowns against the Cardinals. So I feel like Kenny Pickett can be in that range like that. He might have some elite tendencies too to be even above there, to be in the ranges of the Bradys, of the Rodgers. But we got to see more production from him like that. But right now, I kind of got him he's all right. He's solid. He's solid quarterback right now. He's a rookie right now. I think cause I'm more a person who would probably wait. Let him keep going like that and seeing like more and more. But next season, of course, you should see like a big boost, a big jump. Now this season, I'm gonna critique him. I'm critiquing him as a rookie. And I'm gonna critique him as a first round pick. And I like in that standard, he's kind of like he's all right. He's not like the first round golden boy pick. Like okay, crazy, talented quarterback come in right off the bat and just go crazy like that type of guy. But you can see like how he's kind of like developing and how he's kind of like maturing. Because you see like before the bye week, he was like kind of like forcing a lot of passes and like being a little anxious a little bit like that. And now I feel like he's more patient, more poised. He still has some stuff to work on. Of course, everybody has some stuff to work on, like to make some passes and down the field like that. Work on his accuracy down the field and work on some of his timing on some of the routes like that. Like some of them crosser routes, he throw the ball a little behind, getting a little too anxious. But you can fix some of that stuff. You can fix with footwork because his footwork, he can fix it, open up the hips a little bit more, and fix some of that stuff. But so I just feel like he need to learn and keep playing these games and keep learning. I feel like a full off season with first starter reps like that. He did get some in training camp like that. He did some starter reps like that. But getting a full off season with training camp, like the full starter and like getting that experience you had last year coming into it, I feel like you see him growing to what we think he can be like that. But right now, I feel like he's solid like that. He's solid. He's working his way into it like that. But hopefully, the Steelers can figure it out. The season's not over fully yet. The season, of course, we still have 7 games left. But based off the projection of what we did the past games, just looking forward, based off the stats and based off the way we played the past 10 games, you can probably say that we won't probably make the playoffs. But it's never over until it's over. You still gotta go out there and play the games. No win is guaranteed. Every game started at 0-0. Go out there and play the games. You gotta play against the Colts. You gotta play against the Falcons. You got the Ravens twice. I don't know if it's in that order. I think the Colts and the Falcons are in the right order, but the Ravens twice. You got the Browns, the last game of the season. Then you get the Panthers and the Raiders mixed in there too. You gotta go. Every game starts 0-0. You have an opportunity to right your wrongs like that and go out there and play. Now, even if we do, let's say for instance we go out there and we lose the rest of the games, and we only win like 2 of them, but they went out there and fought with their heart. That's gonna inspire some of the guys who are coming in too. Like, okay, it's something still here like that. But you don't want to go out there and just like give up like that and like just have like the blame finger like that. Just go out there, take accountability for your mistakes, and just go out there and play football. But technically, you're still in it. Like you can win out and go 10-7 and probably make the playoffs. And you probably can make the playoffs at 9-8 if you lose one more game like that. But are you gonna do it? That's the question like that. But that's all I got for this video today. I know I went up past the thing. I started rambling a little bit, but it's okay. But I'll see you guys probably on well, actually, I'll probably see you guys in a little bit. 'Cause I'm gonna do a double upload today. I'll probably see you on the NFL review. But I'll see you guys on some Steeler topics probably on Friday or Saturday for the game preview. The game is on Monday this time. I will be live streaming that game, so come out and join me in the live stream as we watch the Steelers hopefully beat the Colts. Now I'm calling it right now. We should at least have 5 or 6 sacks. Have you seen that Colts offensive line? Have you seen the Colts offensive line? We should have at least 5 or 6 sacks. There's no excuse about that. And Matt Ryan, I love Matt Ryan as a as a person, as a quarterback. Like that, I see like some of the videos we're doing for the Atlanta community and stuff like that. But we got to light him up. We got to light Matt Ryan up like in that game like that. We need 5 or 6 sacks. And Matt Ryan has fumbled a lot. We need 5 or 6 sacks. Come on, and some strip sacks like that. So some of these guys, we should be able to get 5 or 6 sacks, especially with our pass rush. We'll get 5 or 6 sacks in this game. We should go out there and hopefully win the game. I'm predicting the score will probably be 23. Steelers win 23-20. Game-winning field goal. I'm calling it game-winning field goal. It probably won't be. It won't be. Well, actually, no, because I forget Chris Boswell is not here. It's Matthew Wright, but he probably can hit something like that. But I'm gonna say 20. I'm still gonna say, and I'm gonna say, yeah, 23-20. That's my final score prediction right there. Steelers win on Wednesday Night Football, a little thriller, and go 4-7, and try to carry some momentum against the Falcons and see what goes on from there. But tune in for the review. Probably on Friday or Saturday. Just be on the lookout for that. But I'll see you guys when I see you. Peace out.